Sarah, great to have you back on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so given the fact that Betterment is involved in robo-advising and cash management services, why enter crypto and why do it now?
Well, we believe crypto is here to stay. And really, I think the time we spoke to customers, we spoke to prospective investors, and the customers want to participate in this asset class. Whether 2 trillion or 3 trillion, it's an asset class that's growing, attracting a lot of attention, and people are confused. And we felt like there was an opportunity to bring ease of use, diversification, and all of the great things that Betterment has done in traditional investing to the crypto space.
So how will this look different than some of the other options that are out there in the marketplace? And I realize you're not direct competitors per se, it's a slightly different business model, but I think about a Robinhood, which has actually seen a lot of weakness recently tied to its crypto trading. I mean, when I think about Betterment, I think more long-term investors, more long-term retail investors.
That's exactly right. So if you think about what's in the marketplace right now, it's really self-directed investing. And this is an incredibly complex space. There are over 17,000 crypto assets out there, and that's really incredibly hard to keep up with. And so if you think about what we did for traditional investing nearly a decade ago, we felt like there was an opportunity to bring that same long-term perspective, diversification, importantly, guidance, which is something that both our customers and prospective customers are really looking for. Ease of use is something you really can't find right now in the crypto space.
Sarah, to your point about that kind of initial premise of Betterment and some peer firms back a decade ago about the way that investors would respond to this long-term orientation. The way it was pitched was the millennial generation, they kind of understand the math of not trying to beat the market, low fees, diversified portfolios, go through index funds and ETFs, and that was the way to build wealth over time, and it worked very well. And then you see this Robinhood phenomenon, or this even younger cohort that really wants to pick stocks and trade in short term and buy options. Have you had to adjust your orientation to attract different types of customers, as we also see, for example, Wealthfront just get sold to UBS because they seem to think that there's more guidance going in the other direction?
It's really interesting because, you're right to say that this generation has more access and therefore has, been empowered to kind of make their own decisions as it relates to investing choices. But what we're also seeing is that doesn't always work out so well. And I think, the asymmetry of information is something that we've seen, for years in investing. And it does remain true that even though there are more tools and more accessibility right now through some of those providers, the really successful investors, stay for the long term, hold, and don't try to beat the market. And so I think, for us, really, the sort of digital revolution is where the action is. But the idea that you need to sort of change your stripes just doesn't resonate with us strategically. And so, that's really how we want to approach the crypto space as well, with that same long-term horizon and thinking about playing this asset class, but not trying to figure out which of the coins is going to be the winner.
Sarah, I wonder how you're thinking about security, especially in the wake of these headlines yesterday where U.S. officials seized so much of this Bitcoin and charged this couple with trying to launder through stolen Bitcoin. I read some takes yesterday that argued it was net bullish for the sector, that law enforcement was trying to put some ring fences around it.
Look, what's interesting about the acquisition that we've done here is that they're a registered investment advisor and they are a fiduciary and one of the first to really approach crypto in this way. And we've always believed that in a regulatory framework that doesn't hinder innovation is actually a good thing. So I think having the government kind of figure out how to put some guardrails here is absolutely a positive for how we're approaching the space. And to more directly answer your question about security, right, this is the life, this is the world we live in now, right? And it's really incumbent upon all of us who, with whom people are trusting their money, to put an incredible focus on security. And that's absolutely what we do in our core business and what we intend to do here.